This is Prometheus giving you some bonus plays out of the Chicago playbook. Actually, you can find these plays in the Patriots playbook too. This is going to be the Gun Trips Y ISO. If you guys were paying attention, I actually, in my thumbnail, which one of my subscribers actually noticed, I believe it is Volatile Jester, he noticed that I listed this as the formation I was going to be breaking down, and I actually went ahead and broke down the Trips Y Flex tight instead. The reason I was going to do the Gun Y Trips ISO is because I just felt like there were a couple of cool plays in this particular playbook that I really thought were great, but I didn't really like the audibles, which you basically have Y stick, you've got an inside zone, verticals with a delayed blocking route for the running back, which in verticals you really don't want that. You want to basically have that progression with the running back immediately. And then I found that this play right here, the play action bubble pop, I don't like any kind of bubble play or screen plays. They just don't seem to work for me, so I don't incorporate them in my schemes. I'm sure you guys have different feelings. Now I want to show you two plays that I was considering building out, but Volatile Jester requested I go ahead and do that for you. I'm going to show you the Y fade. This has actually got a very good concept that you can use, and then also the other play we're going to take a look at is going to be the Y stutter. Y stutter. So the Y is actually your tight end position, and he's actually split out far. And one of the reasons why I didn't really gravitate towards this formation, this particular formation, is because I didn't really get a good tight end in my draft champions from my playbook, so I didn't really want a focal point on my offense around a position that I don't have good talent at. So, but we're going to go ahead and show you the breakdowns of the Y fade and the Y stutter and how you can utilize in the scheme if you are actually using this particular playbook, which is going to be the Gun Trips Y ISO. Alright, so the first play we're going to take a look at is going to be the Y fade, and basically I like the progressions based on two different routes in this game. And we're just going to go against, let's just go against nickel defenses, random nickel defenses. Now this is a double A gap, so I know that potentially there's a lot of pressure, or there's no pressure at all. It would be smart actually to go ahead and leave in additional blocking, but for the most part we're going to go ahead and do what I normally would do to try to get my opponent guessing against me. I'm going to go ahead and take my running back and actually push him out. That gives me another read or another checkup. I can go ahead and streak up my running back too to go ahead and provide someone to push the levels down. This is going to be very fast and easy progressions. Now I know with Jeffrey that is going to be a route. That's a dragon route. And Jeffrey's route is always going to get against good coverage and good separation to get man coverage. And with the corner of Royal and Meredith doing a post route, there's going to be a nice little separation where I know that those guys are going to pull up the zones. Now if the zones stay down for Royal and Meredith, then I can go ahead and check up. Now if it's man coverage, Royal should be wide open on the corner route. If it's zone coverage, that's basically a high-low selection. I'm basically going to go watch Jeffrey's going over the middle, and if a defender falls down in zone, I've got Meredith up top that I can go ahead and take a look at. So really the first progression is going to be this in route. This is always going to get very good separation, and you know you can throw that ball pretty much deliberately if you want to. So once again, this is going to be the first read, and as you can see, he just gets unbelievable separation right here. And because this defender is getting pulled up by this post route, that's going to give me some good separation to do an easy pass lead to the inside, or just a quick pass to get an easy completion. Now, as you can see, this defender actually is coming down. So as a result, he actually coming up, he's taking away the post, and the running back is going to be taking on an additional blocker for me. So probably want to come back and actually take a look at my running back route. I might want to take my running back route and put him on an out route to try to pull a defender down or away, or maybe a whip route too. So once again, this is going to be our look. And I can go ahead and do a quick little out route here to try to give myself another levels right here, and we're going to go ahead and make our first progression is going to be Jeffrey's. And he's going to get the separation against man coverage too, so you know you can throw that deliberately. So I'm going to go ahead and take Howard once again, out route, and then just go ahead and motion him out. And as you can see right here, against zone coverage, if the defender doesn't follow him, I've got that deep post I can go into. So this is such a tough route to stop. When I can find a playbook that actually, or a play in a formation that has this route in it, the dragon route on the outside, I try to build a whole scheme around it, because you're gonna have to use this particular route or do underneath coverage to basically get defenders in the area. Now, what's great about this particular play is that you've got a corner route that you can attack your opponent with, and then you've got a post route. So right here, you can see the defender lets him go. These defenders are up in shells, and since I've got an out route over here, it's not bringing a defender into the zone with the post route. And because of that, I'm able to go ahead and get a nice, huge completion right over the middle for a good 15-20 yard gain right there. So the other play, what I would do to complement this would be the Y stutter. And reason I like it is because I've got a little hitch route by Jeffries that my opponent is probably going to do some shading on the inside or doing whatever he can to go ahead and stop Jeffries. I've got a nice post route, or actually a deep fly route by Royal, that if my opponent starts going to cover 2, I can go ahead and hit him in the seam. And then I've got a crossing route by Meredith, which he's been getting depth earlier, but now he's actually crossing over the middle. And then I got a little stutter route by the by the tight end, and this is probably where I'll go ahead and take my running back and put him on a wheel route, just to go ahead and try to attack that flat. So once again, my progression is going to be over here. I'm going to see if Jeffrey actually has his defender float down to him or off to the left. And if no one floats down to him off to the left, or they go up in coverage, I'm just going to rifle the ball and get an easy 5-yard completion. My next progression is going to be the fly route. If the C separates, which are these yellow defenders, if they separate, I'm going to go ahead and rifle the ball right down the seam, and then I'll make my progressions on Meredith going across the middle with that little, it looks like a fast drag route. And then I've got, obviously, my guys going up the sidelines on the backside, and that would be my final progressions. So this is a fast read that you can actually throw to. Jeffries doesn't hold on to the ball, but when you got press coverage, that's probably when you're going to go ahead and get away from it. So on press coverage, I'll probably get away from it. My next progression is probably going to be Meredith going over the middle. Because he's just got a little drag route. This defender's actually floated up. So let's just go back into the instant replay so we can take a look at this. So he's going to be my first progression, and actually this is the right progression, the right throw right there. But because of the read, I had these guys down pressing. I expected that this is actually going to be some kind of a man coverage, and I wanted to get rid of the ball as quickly as possible. But as you can see, he's just sitting there wide open, and there's no way this defender can actually go ahead and make a play on the ball, because he's got that running back he's got that wide receiver number 3 that's in the way. That's an easy, fast progression for 5 yards. You make your opponent pay for it if he does over the top coverage. So my next progression is going to be this receiver right here. As you can see, he gets floated up by the defender, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my progression over the middle off to the right hand side. And nobody floats, nobody comes with Meredith, and he's got a free, easy 5-yard completion right there. And then it looks like I snapped the ball a little bit too late, because this actually too quick, because this running back actually does not do anything. So he's stuck there because I didn't actually I didn't wait for him to settle in. Right here, Brown actually is just a little shake and bake. You can almost rifle that ball early if you got that coverage like that. And then actually, I guess against man coverage, I guess maybe he'll bite on that, and you can actually go ahead and hit him up top. But once again, I don't really have a very good. This is as good as my my tight ends are. Someone who's ranked like 63 with draft champions. So that's why I'm actually not focusing on the tight end. So let's go ahead and jump into this play a couple more times and run it. Going to go ahead and take the running back, put him on a wheel route. I'm going to let him settle in. Make sure he settles in before I snap the ball. And there he goes. He settles in. And once again, I've got that fast completion. Those are one of those little harassment routes. Jeffries does not hold on to the ball, but that's okay. I got the ball off. I threw it to the spot. I needed. That's what I need to do. You're going to have situations where your quarterback is going to catch it. Going back in again, I got off coverage. And there you go. That's the easy completion right there, because the off coverage allows me to go and hit that. Another thing you could do too is you could take your running back and put him on a slant route, and if it turns into man coverage, you can take advantage of that by having the running back going back to the other side. But I like the progressions off the left-hand side. That's just a thing that you can get your opponent to think about. So this is just 2 plays that you can throw into this gun trips Y ISO formation. I do like these plays. It is in the Patriots playbook, and if you make your decisions quick enough, you can really force your opponent to make some major adjustments. So you guys, if you like this stuff, these quick little breakdowns, just let me know. Hit the like button. Comment if there's any particular plays that you want to have broken down, or any particular formations you want to be broken down. And if I can jump into it really quick into some of the current playbooks, I'll go ahead and do a quick little breakdown for you. To my subscribers, thank you for support, and until next.